because he's tiny. And then, ano siya, pointed wings. And, ayun, he's wearing a very unamused expression, looking up at the very familiar sight. And he's like, okay, here we go again.
Okay. And Josh, could you describe your character as, my apparent character is apparently seated on top of your head.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so my character is Roa Frostlight. Um, she has light blue hair and eyes. And then she's wearing a cloak. Pero yung cloak niya, color orange. So it's very loud na color. Tapos merong, if you notice yung sa likod na, yung sa may cloak niya, merong naka-pusli na tiny wings, like feathers doon. So hindi siya natatakpan nung cloak niya completely. And then she's wearing a tiara na may, so actually si Kit nakaupo siya dun sa tiara.
Ang tiara.
Tapos yung tiara, nagka-crackle siya with harmless stars. So, everywhere Roa goes, makikita niya parang may nagtutwinkle na lights around her. So, right now, yung mga nakakita sa amin, they're not sure if it's Roa that's twinkling or the fairy on top of her head. Tapos yan, yung mukha niya parang she's very, very excited, very genki. Na parang, let's do this! Come on! Good. So, complete opposite ng mukha ni Kit.
Okay.
Wait, so he's a he?
Okay.
What?
He's a Roa. He or she?
How come we're she?
She.
She.
He's a girl.
He.
She.
Kit is a he.
Kit is a boy. Kit Moss.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kit and Roa, you guys are from El Torel, and it actually you guys Kit said earlier that he is very familiar with this carnival, and you guys must have been really familiar with this carnival because the travel from El Torel to where this carnival is right now, it took you guys 8 days to travel to here. While Aiden and Shane, this wasn't hindi naman siya sobrang kalayuan from the outskirts of Baldur's Gate where you guys live, because this carnival it's situated mga around maybe half a day's travel lang. So it's still pretty near Baldur's Gate from where you guys went. So okay, so the four of you are in front of this. Well, actually, this carnival is really familiar to the four of you, and you see that in front of you there's that particularly for Eden and Shane. You don't remember na may parang may stream in this place, but there is a stream, para there's this really small river that seems to be encircling yung carnival ground. You don't really, you've been here, you're familiar with the place, pero you really don't remember there being a river here. Pero there it is. Tapos there's this small bridge over the river, and you see what seems to be a ticket booth in front of you guys. And the time right now pala is it's actually the moon is already up in the sky. So it seems it's around, you're guessing 6-7 p.m. ish. So that's where you guys are right now. And what you see in front of you is basically a ticket booth with what seems to be a small person inside it. So what do you guys do?
So, kami lang.
Is the small person a male or a female from the looks of it?
Let me just check. Now would be a good time.
Are we,
bring up your
kami lang ba
character
or
sheets.
do we see anyone else aside from
Roll initiative.
Oh, what the heck? Sorry, Chris, ano yun?
do we see anyone else aside from yung girl with the fairy on her head? Walang ibang tao?
Well, you, wait, Shane, you can see other people, there are, people that are going into the fair. What you can see is parang they're stopping by the ticket, parang there's this line, in front of the ticket booth. But, so far, you can see one girl and what seems to be one fairy on top of the tiara of the girl who's there standing near you. You seem to be, the three of you seem to be the only persons who are standing there in front of this carnival because the other people, yung naglalakad sila papasok ng carnival.
Okay, kind of parang seemingly ignoring yung other people, si Shane would kind of inch closer and try to see or hear kung what people are paying do sa ticket booth. I'm not sure if he remembers from years back seeing this part of the kasi di ba they did not go through the ticket booth before, tama ba, the first time?
Yes, Shane, you seem to remember that you did not. What does that mean?
Come to that ticket booth.
That is.
And he's like parang trying to he put his hood up parang thinking na baka ma-recognize siya nung carnival person or something.
Okay, so okay. First of all, you don't remember any price. Hindi mo maalala kung ano yung naging price ng. You don't even remember if there's a ticket. Kasi ayun nga, you seem to recall that you went in through other means. Kasi you don't recall the person inside the ticket booth.
Okay, but can Shane see, like, are people paying in gold or
Okay.
silver?
Yeah. If you are observing, you are observing the people that are lined up in front of the ticket booth, and you can see that they are paying. They are paying in silver coins. You don't see any gold coins that are being given to the person. You don't sort you from. How far are you guys from the ticket booth? Remember that before the ticket booth, parang may small stream with a bridge over it, with a small bridge over it. So how far are you guys standing from the ticket booth?
Probably
Can Roa be standing on
a meter
on the
away.
bridge itself,
Yeah,
like in the
sure.
middle of the bridge,
A meter
like
away.
trying to convince Kit na para we're going in now. Put on your best smile. Do I see them? Do I see the two boys?
Roa, if you are standing if you are standing on the bridge, I will say that you are. Sorry, there's a reason I can't show you the map yet.
It's okay. Theater of the mind.
Theater of the mind. Actually,
Okay.
Kit and Roa and Kit, you are standing around 10 feet from the ticket booth. It's pretty, it's pretty close.
Okay.
So, nasa gitna ng bridge si Rowa.
Yeah.
Si Roa sa kasi Kit, pero nasa gitna ng bridge.
Okay. So, nag-sparkle yung di ba, yung cloak ni Rowa.
Yung,
No,
yung tiara niya.
not the cloak, the tiara. So
The tiara,
the whole,
okay.
yeah, I'm just sparkling everywhere.
Okay, so I will notice that. Tapos, as I try to call on Shane to hurry up and let's go inside the carnival, I will casually like bump into Roa, and I will like, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am, and parang I will my metallic arm will bump into Roa, and by parang touching yung rope niya and tinkering it and adding like extra, making it glow. Parang sorry, not glow, but rather I will make it appear like there are stars glittering on her cloak.
Ooh.
Hello.
Parang
Okay.
I will say, pardon me, ma'am. I will try to pretend I didn't do anything.
Okay.
Okay, and then
Pardon.
seeing that and kind of assuming it's a thing that has to be done, see Shane kind of hurries past and then kind of touches the cloak also. Hey ma'am, but without making eye contact, and then you see the cloak light up. Na parang may spotlight coming from it. He casts light
Okay.
on the cloak.
Oh, okay. I mean, I know I like to be the center of attention, but cool. Okay. She flaps her coat and cloak and goes along with it. Thank you, kind sirs. And then she moves forward to the ticket booth and with her coat sparkling, flopping behind her. And then I just approach the guy or the person, tall person. Hello.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
How much for ticket? Ticket for one?
Okay. So, Roa, you approach the ticket booth first. At first you don't see anyone. When
Okay.
when you look inside when you on the first approach you don't see anyone.
Can I just
But
knock on the desk like, hello? Anybody here? Anybody home?
So when you knock, like you hear a voice saying, "Hold it, hold your horses, I'm coming." And you see parang a small head suddenly pop up behind the ticket booth. And
You
you
surprised
see,
me.
hold up, and you see this what seems to be a goblin that's dressed in parang a vest it's a goblin in a vest and what seems to be long sleeved shirt, a white long sleeved shirt and what seems to be a red vest, and he is so and what he looks to but he looks to have this alam niyo yung old na parang ear horn na he's holding what seems to be a big horn, a big curved horn, and when he's saying hold your horses, and he takes this horn and he puts the smaller end to his ear, and the goblin looks at you. Welcome to the Witchlight Carnival. Do you have a ticket? Oh wait, I am the ticket.
Yes, you are the ticket person, and I would
Yes.
like to ask how much is a ticket?
Yes,
For
a
what?
ticket.
Yes, how much is it?
For one?
For
Even.
one?
How about
So
25
this
silver
goblin
coins?
looks at you. You don't seem to be just one. And when the goblin looks up at your let us say very sparkling tiara,
And cloak.
Kip and cloak, Kip, you see this goblin, this old goblin's eyes go wide, and you hear the goblin say, "Well, I'll be Moss. What are you doing back here?"
Hey. um,
Oh, big.
Sort of the good reaction.
so,
Shay, 16 years away, and all you have to say for yourself is, "Hey."
um, hi. How's everybody? Hope you're doing well.
Can't complain. and you see, Roa and Kit, you see this goblin parang sort of rummage in front of him. Kit, and what's your name? And you, Roa, you see this goblin point with this small finger point at you. What's your name? Again?
Roa Frostlight.
What? And you see the
Roa
goblin.
with an H.
You see the goblin parang turn yung big ear horn niya at you. What? What again?
Roa with an H. Roa.
Roha.
Ro- Roa.
Roa. Okay. Roa. Roa, eh? And you two see him parang rummage dun sa baba ng counter. You hear a sort of tick, click, and you see him just checking. Roa. Wrong spelling. Kit, yeah. This is you two. Usually, a ticket for the carnival costs eight silver pieces, but for you two, you see him slide two tickets in front of you. This is what the tickets look like. Oh my god, I hope magpakita. Do you guys see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
hallelujah.
Ooh,
This is what the tickets look like. So, Roa and Kit, the goblin slides two of these tickets in front of you. For you two, the tickets are already paid. So he slides two tickets in front of you. He also gives you two parang two rolled pieces of paper. That's your map of the carnival. And he directs you to the side of the ticket booth where you see sa side wall ng ticket booth, they are maraming nakahang na mga basically fake fairy wings which look like these, and the goblin tells you, if you're attending the carnival, you must wear those wings so that that's how we identify ticket holders. Then you see the goblin look at your kitten. Well, I guess you don't need wings because you already have one, but please don't wear them anyway. For us to remember ticket holders, okay?
Wait, is it my size?
Yes, so you guys
Okay.
see different sizes of fairy wings. So
Okay.
you see you see na may rack na for tiny persons. You see parang medium sized wings. You see one or two large ones. You have no idea how they'll wear those, but they're there. So yun. So there you go. Do you get?
Oh,
So-
wow. Thank you so much. You've been nothing but kind to us. May I get your name, please? You know my name, but I don't know yours. What's your name?
Roa, you see this old goblin. Roa look at you a bit incredulously, parang and tell you, you're a very talkative one, aren't ya? Well, my name is Nicholas. Nicholas Midnight. If you have any questions, you can ask any of our carnival hands that are roaming around, and you can identify them. Well, them hanging around the rides and the attractions. But if you have any questions, you can just ask them. And before I forget, Nicholas motions to the stars of the ticket. Those stars are to be punched. Usually, one if you are going to be, sorry na ano ko sa voice ko. Basically tells basically tells you that if you want to go on a ride or play a game, it costs one ticket punch.
Okay.
And then parang they will punch yung one of the stars. And if you run out of basically if you run out of punches, you need to buy a new ticket.
Okay.
So
Okay, thank you for that, Nicholas. I'll be seeing you later. And then she flips her hair, and then she starts. She fixes her tiara with an Ogasi kit. She prances to the wings so that they can
so
See you later, Nick.
so you parang I don't know if you turned back, but Nicholas basically looks at you as you prance away, and parang he mutters to himself, "That was one of the sparkliest individuals I've ever seen." Anyway, next, parang he calls out to the line, and I believe that's you two, Eden and Shane. That's next.
Shane,
Okay,
Shane nudges Aidan to go forward.
Oh. Oh.
Sorry, Chris.
Shane nudges Aidan to go forward.
I go forward and I kind of put my elbow onto the kit boot, parang table. And I smile to the goblin lady that's selling tickets, and I will, howdy ma'am, 2 tickets please for me and my brother.
You see the goblin parang look at you. Did you put your right arm sa table? Sa
Then
booth?
yung left.
Yung left out. Okay, siya. Akala ko sa book. So you put your left arm on the table and you said, "Yan, howdy ma'am."
Uh,
And you see this. You now see the goblin that's behind the ticket booth. And you see this goblin parang look at you, and he says, "I'm not a man. That would be wait." He looks at you. What's your name?
What's your name?
my name is Aiden, and this is my brother Shane.
Hi, you're a goblin.
By the way, do you give like discounts to persons with disabilities? And I kind of show her my metallic arm.
So after you say that, Nicole says, I don't think entertainments are covered by the disability cross, but you say your name is Aiden? Last name?
Yep. Phoenix.
And your
Aiden
brothers?
Phoenix.
Shane Crofter.
What? You see the goblin parang train yung ear horn niya at you, Shane. Last name?
Last name is Shane Crofter. He says without it's Crofter without making eye contact with the goblin.
Are you parang you're actively not looking at him?
Yes.
Parang ganun. Okay. Sige. So, the goblin sort of notices that. Proctor. Okay. And Eden, you see him. You hear him grumbling a bit inaudibly, and you see him look under the table, and you see you hear parang, you see, you hear what seems to be a latch opening. Is checking name. Aiden, Shane, fine. And, and you, and in front of you, he plops 2 tickets. This must be you. So many answered for tickets. This must be your lucky day, the both of you. And so he slides the 2 tickets in front of you. Those are your 2. So and the same explanation. Those are your 2 tickets. One ride is to a ride or a game is equal to 1 punch. Please wear those. Please wear the fake fairy masks. These are how we identify you as paying ticket holders. And he also shoves yung 2 rolled maps, 2 rolled pieces of paper, and he says, "Those are your maps. Those are your guide to the carnival." And parang he pauses and says, "Joy."
What do they have to wear? Yung butterfly wings din ba?
Sabi ko,
Itong
yung
Go
they
ahead.
have like different colors, ganun.
Hindi. The fake fairy wings, these are just one color. In particular, itong purple ones. Lahat sila magkakapareho, iba-iba lang yung size.
I look at Shane and ask him, I do hope you're okay with those purple wings. You wanted them in a different color?
No, it's fine. How do we see how they are supposed to be worn? Parang like
You see that there parang may dalawang strap.
as in parang backpack. Ganun.
Parang backpack, yes, exactly.
It hates those.
It takes a while for Shane to put it on. Parang he kind of doesn't hindi naman he's not very dexterous. Aidan probably
I
has to help me.
Shane out.
Okay.
Thank you.
Before I do, I kinda look over to the goblin and says, thank you for the free tickets though. I do hope you don't run out of business. Maybe all those free tickets.
And you hear the goblin say, "Oh, no. If we keep giving away free tickets, we'll be run out of business. Those are paid for. Go on."
Who paid
And
for
parang he
them?
sort of shoos you. There's a lot of people waiting for their tickets. Go on. And he sort of shoos you to go in.
I raise both my hands up and I push Shane over to the wings section of
But we
the
didn't know
carnival.
who paid
And
for our tickets. We didn't pay.
we'll ask again later when she's not that busy. Let's put on your wings and go
And-
inside.
Aidan, you hear from the ticket booth, "I'm not cheap. I'm Nicholas Midnight."
What about the other person?
Oh, you're Nicholas. Oh, you're a he. I'm sorry, sir.
Wrong pronoun.
It kind of sounded like a she.
You hear, "Next!" And the goblin calls the person next in line. Okay. So when you got your ticket, you have your rolled paper. When you open your rolled piece of paper, this is what you see. I finally may map na. Hey. Okay.
Wow.
Do you see it? Oh God, I hope it loads.
It's loading pa.
Okay.
The carnival. It looks so blurry.
Yes,
It's a Minecraft game.
Yay!
Parang
Okay.
map ng
So
Iki.
basically, you're given
It's a map of Minecraft.
the rolled piece of paper is basically a map of the carnival.
Disneyland.
So
pa.
there, you can see. Magagalaw niyo ba yung mga icons niyo? Can you see it? Yay! Okay. Woo!
Yeah.
There you go. So you have basically a map of the carnival in front of you. And yun, nanggaling kayo sa ticket booth. Yun.
I can't move mine.
No? Why?
No.
Why? So, okay, troubleshooting time. Of course. Why? Come on,
There's like,
man.
merong magnet ata dun sa kinakatayuan ko, so hindi ako makapel.
What? Damn it.
Ticket goose.
Now I can drag.
Damn it. Okay. Okay. So there you go. Here is the carnival in front of you. And you go in, you see this. Whoa.
Probably a honey snake.
Oh, roll 20.
Wow. So
Yeah,
what
no,
the people who
okay.
live there?
As you go in, you see this.
Wait, I want to see that place.
Oh man, hold up.
How scary.
Okay. So as you enter, so you guys are already entering the carnival?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
So as you guys enter the carnival, you see this, in front of you, there is this, basically a 12-foot tall walking tree. Well, it is obviously a tree, but it's not exactly rooted on the ground because you can see its roots walking. So, it's a 12, basically it's a tree, and it is garlanded. Yung leaves niya are garlanded in golden ribbons, and he's basically he's walking around, and he's greeting everyone. Welcome to the carnival. Welcome. And as he's walking around, you could see that there are these small clouds around his leaves, and that falling all around him as he moves, there are these small golden sycamore seeds that are floating to the ground from the clouds that surrounding his leaves. So he's walking around and there are seeds falling all around him, and he's saying, "Welcome to the carnival. Catch the seeds if you can. They're the special prop.
Catch the seeds if you can.
Catch the seeds if you can." Yes.
Hear that.
Can we try?
Oh, Shane tries to catch some seeds.
I run toward to catch one of the
Yeah,
seeds.
I got 3.
Okay.
Is the seed
Who else is doing so?
Seed.
Yeah.
I got
You
how
3.
big is the seed?
Is it bigger than Kit?
That is a very good question. I'm going to say that there are parang for the medium creatures or normal, quote unquote, normal sized seeds. But for you, Kit, you're going to see that there are amongst dun sa seeds, there are actually smaller seeds that even you parang medyo challenging then for you to try to catch.
Okay,
This carnival thinks of everything.
can Roa rush forward? But when she hears that, can she rush forward and cast Mage Hand to try to catch one of the?
Sure. Okay. To whoever wants to catch the sycamore leaves, please make me. Yeah, first roll of the game. Make me a dexterity check.
Why am I hearing?
So that you could dexterity check to try to catch a seed.
Some
Dexterity check.
roll.
Check lang naman. It's
Roll.
not a save.
Roll.
It's a check. Just a check. Person,
Wait,
madam.
what's this?
Oh.
I got this.
Okay, roll doon na.
Shane, are you trying to catch a sycamore
Yeah.
seed?
So we rolled
Okay.
a 9 plus. No, the check. No, 9 minus 1, so 8.
8.
8 for, okay. Ah, 8, okay. You're physically rolling. Okay. Um.
9 minus 1.
Okay.
-1 dex.
Ooh.
So cleric.
Aiden, you in your excitement to catch a seed, you actually miss catching a seed because yung 'di ba the sycamore seeds kasi para silang LSE. So they don't exactly sail to the ground, parang straight to the ground. Parang they sort of dance in the air before, parang they saunter lazily to the ground. Unfortunately, you were unable to catch one. Same with Roa. You were unable to, despite the mage hand, despite your prodigious mage hand trying to catch one, you were you could not decide which seed you wanted to catch. So you were unable to catch one. On the other hand, but you sort of remember you sort of remember seeing this every night when you were young. So you were easily able to catch one. And Chris, sorry, I would have to sanayin ko yung mga names niya. Shane, I'm going to say that you were a bit overwhelmed with the number of leaves that were dancing in the air, but you were unable, despite your eagerness to catch one, you were unable to catch a seed. So
Saka nakaka-distract din yung
yung giant tree.
Yung butterfly wings nung tree. Parang Shane notices na
Yes,
meron siyang
yes.
wings.
The tree also has butterfly wings. So it was a bit distracting. So I need to roll for something. Or yes.
Did you get one? Did you get one? Tinatanong mo si Kip.
So Kit, as soon as you catch the sycamore seed, it suddenly turns into a gold piece. Click.
Oh, wow.
So you have in your hand a tiny gold piece.
Maliit din.
Maliit pa yun. Mas maliit pa sa kanya. A tiny gold piece.
Nag-adjust yung gold sa kanya.
So in my tiny hand, it's tiny.
Yes. Pero in your tiny hand, it's a gold piece. It's a fairy gold piece.
This is why I don't like this place.
What did you get? What did you get? Kit, kasi hindi niya nakikita.
Oo nga pala, nasa ulo niya.
What did you get? What did you get?
I got a tooth filling for you.
What? My teeth are perfect.
When you die, I'll put this in your teeth.
The F.
When I die.
Yes. And we have to bury you.
Oh, nawala si Karen.
I'll put this in your teeth as payment for the river garden. So you can cross to the what's that? That place.
River Styx.
Yes.
Okay, well you need to hold on to that for a very long time because I have no plans of dying anytime soon.
Maybe I'll
Okay,
keep
so-
breaking my teeth if I die.
Okay, so Kit, as you catch the sycamore seed and it turns into gold, you see the big tree parang leaning towards you. It says, "Ooh, you got one!
Hello there.
Congratulations!"
Excuse me, you're too close.
Oh, I'm sorry. And you see the tree back up a few steps. I'm sorry. But he's still trying to, parang sinisilip pa rin niya yung nakuha na seed ni kumbaga ni Kit. Oh, congratulations. And as he was trying to lean close, And wow, I'm sorry, my I chose the wrong browser. Let me double check something. Kit. Sorry. So as you are Kit and Roa, can you roll me a perception check? Perception check. Check, not save check.
9! Oh, my rolls are really bad. Na-overwhelm ako kasi kita ko na yung boobs nung tree. Kasi gano'n siya kalapit sa akin.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, Kit, you're a bit overwhelmed by this big tree trying to lean near your head. While, sorry, si Roa pala. Si Roa, you're a bit overwhelmed with this big tree trying to lean near you. Kit, with that roll, you are able to see this red squirrel that is actually almost same size as you, parang scuttling scuttling on a branch that's near you na, and he's not and he's basically it's a squirrel that's squeaking, and he's handing you two big what do you call that? He's handing you two big dandelion flowers. And he's squeaking for you. And he's squeaking, and he's parang inaabot niya sa'yo yung dandelion flowers. Are you going to take it?
Yes. Kit will fly towards the squirrel and accept. Does he remember that squirrel? Does he know? No, he has an idea or no?
You have an idea of who that squirrel is. And it's basically the squirrel that lives in the trees branches.
Okay. So, Kit takes the what? What's the flower? Dandelion.
Yes, dandelions.
Dandelion flower. And lugs it over his shoulder. And he says to the squirrel, "You know what? I live in a tree now days too." And then he goes back on top of Roa's head.
You just hear the squirrel squeak a bit, and he runs back up to the tree, to the leaves of the tree. And you hear the tree, "Oh, he gave you dandelions. He gave you dandelions."
Why? What's wrong? Is it bad?
So as after the squirrel gives you dandelion skit, the tree parang walks parang he continues to walk around the carnival, and Aiden and Shane, when the tree goes near you, he also bends forward, and he also bends forward towards the two of you, and you hear the tree say, "Hello, welcome to the carnival." And both of you also see this squirrel also running towards you, parang on a branch towards you, and you also see this squirrel squeaking, squeak, squeak. And he's also holding out two dandelion flowers towards you guys. What you doing?
I look at Shane and see if he's going to take one of the dandelions.
Squeak, squeak.
Is the squirrel talking?
No, you just hear him. You just hear him squeak, squeak, squeak.
Thinking.
That's such a bad squeak anyway.
Okay. Seeing that, tama ba? The kid took dandelion and nothing happened to him, Shane takes one also.
And then I take one after Shane does.
Okay. So you guys take the dandelion, one dandelion each, and you hear the squirrel squeak again and run back up towards the leaves. And you hear and you see the big tree parang straighten itself, and you hear the tree say, "Ooh, the squirrel, he gave you dandelions too. Make a wish, maybe." And you see the tree wink at you guys, and he continues to parang saunter off towards the other parts of the carnival, and you hear him greeting the other carnival goers too. Welcome to the carnival! Welcome to the carnival! And the same, parang yung clouds na sinusundan siya with the same seeds that are falling around him. And you also see the other carnival goers also try to catch the sycamore seeds that are falling around him. And yeah, he continues to saunter off. And yung dandelion flowers that you guys have, yun yung the ones that you can blow, and yung seeds niya mag-scatter.
Oh, yung
Wait, not that.
lumilipad na ano.
Yes, oo, yung lumilipad na white, parang white na small na leaves. So yun.
Okay,
So
Roa,
that's-
yung isang dandelion.
Bibigay mo sa
si
akin.
Shane,
Bigay mo sa akin.
Pinag-iisipan ko.
si Aidan nagkakamot ng ulo, thinking to himself, makes you wonder where those dandelions grew on that big old tree.
Hindi ko pa alam na may dandelion for me.
Wait, dalawa yung kinuha ni...
Oo, pero hindi pa niya binibigay sa akin. Pinag-iisipan pa daw niya.
Okay. Lol.
Sige.
Ibibigay ko pa.
Pwede naman hindi. Hindi aware si Rowa, no? Sige, so, napansin ko ba itong dalawang ko? Sa tabi pa rin namin. Like, I recognize them from outside. I guess.
Yeah, I guess because I don't I think it's very hard to not notice yung fiery red hair ni Aiden, and what's more yung kanyang red metallic yung kanyang metallic bright orb.
Nag-glow pa ba yung robe ko? Or ano lang yun? Like for 6 seconds lang. Tapos na yung
Good
whatever they
question,
did to
Aiden.
me.
Is it how long will her robe glow?
1 hour yung light spell.
More
Ah,
So parang it sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius, tas dim light for another 20-foot radius.
okay, Ro. So basically, para kang ang walking spotlight.
cool.
Walking sparkly spotlight.
Yung extra stars dun sa cloak niya is indefinite until mag-create ako until palitan ko yun ng iba.
Okay, so
Parang
you are
nasa
forever shining spotlight. A forever sparkly spotlight.
Pwede akong maglagay ng up to 2 effects sa any items. So, unless na maglagay ako ng third effect, hindi mapapalitan yung sparkly, yung mga stars sa cloak.
Lol. Okay, there you go.
Hey, cool, good to know. So, okay, so Rowa will just turn to them and, fancy meeting you again, you guys. I believe we have not been introduced formally.
Yun na.
May I?
Sabihin
Do
ko,
you have,
I
do you
will
have names?
move forward and wipe my hand, my left hand from my cloak. Tapos I'll extend it to Rowa and sabihin ko, howdy ma'am, my name's Aiden Phoenix and this is my brother Shane.
Hello!
Ano yung left hand mo? Yun yung...
Yun yung
Metallic
human,
hand?
hindi,
Human.
non-metallic, human hand.
Okay. So yung right mo yung Metallic.
Yung
Okay.
metallic, yeah.
Okay. Roa shakes your hand. Nice meeting you, Aiden. Aiden, and hello there, Shane. So,
Hello.
tiniting, oh, he's shy. Okay, cool.
You're not
I'm.
human.
You're a human.
You're not human.
I'm not. Yes, I'm not. I'm. I'm actually. I'm an angel. No, she looks her hair
Aiden is
again.
not human too.
What?
What?
Aiden is not human too.
I can see that. I can see his fiery hair. I've noticed. I also have another non-human with me. By the way, I'm Roa. And this is my best friend. Tapos ititilt niya ng onti yung tiara para makita mo si Kit.
But Kit will try to hide behind the pointy tiaras. The basta yung part na No,
Patagalog?
I'm not here.
Okay, he's not here. He's not in the mood. But anyway, when you see him later, then he'll introduce himself.
It's all right. Your friend is not imaginary. I thought Aiden was imaginary before.
Oh, I can assure you, my friend is not imaginary, and I'm not as well. Okay, so nice to meet you guys.
Nice to
Would
meet
you
you.
like to go around together, or do you want to do your own thing? And I'm cool either way. But going around the carnival sounds more fun if there are many people. Right, Kit? Tapos gaganon. Tutulak-tulak ni Roa yung likod ni Kit, pero kakapain niyang
Anong
gano'n.
oras na pala at this time?
At this time, I'm going to say you guys enter the carnival ng mga. I have the time and everything. Please hold.
Yeah. Shane would know exactly what time it is. With this,
It's around mga ano na. It's around mga you guys enter the carnival ng mga around 6:30. So it's around mga 6:35, 6:40 ganun pa lang.
it's 6:41 and it's getting dark. I think we should stick with Roa. She has light.
Say, well, the more the merrier. I think it would help Shane a lot if he had more non-imaginary friends around.
Okay, that's great. That's okay, right? Right, Kit? That's okay with you, right?
You always say my opinion doesn't matter anyway. You always do whatever you want. But Kit has a notebook and he's noting down their names and
Tiny
first
notebook.
impression.
Okay.
Okay, Kit is fine. Let's go. Where you want to go? He'll warm up to you soon. Okay. Can we go anywhere or?
Yes. Where do you want to go? The map is in front of you. Where do you want to go?
Before we leave, I'll ask everyone now. Oh, by the way, aren't we supposed to blow these things and make a wish?
Oh, what's that?
Let's go to the bubble pop tea.
Got it from
yeah.
the squirrel? Didn't you get one?
They gave you dandelions. I never. Kit, did you get one? I didn't get anything.
Actually, yeah, I got one.
Really?
Here's one for you. You blow and make a wish. I want to see what happens.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. Are you sure I can blow this instead of you?
But let me just get to a safer distance.
What?
Sure. Why
Di ba
not?
kapag kay Kit parang ano yung blowing a large like a rose.
Oo nga, paano ko yung ibo?
Okay, here goes nothing. And then
Nothing
Roa, like, ding.
Okay.
I'll close my eyes and then blow on the dandelion.
Okay. So the tree did say that to make a wish as you blow on the dandelion. I want you guys to write down what your characters will wish for. And keep it muna. Save it for a later date. It will be
Wait,
important. Wink, wink.
wait,
Right,
Rowan
right.
doesn't know that she has to make a wish kasi hindi sinabi sa kanya.
Yun nga lang.
Ooh.
Sinabi mo ba?
You blow on this and make a wish.
Okay.
Oo, sinabi
Ay,
ko.
Sinabi sa'yo ni Kit, yes. Tapos,
Okay.
sinabi ng Tree kay Aidan sa kay Kit.
Okay.
Kay Aidan sa kay Shane. Sorry.
Do I write one even if
Shane wants
hindi
to find.
mag-wish pa si Kit?
Well, you do remember that you have to,
Oo.
yeah, you do remember that you have to make a wish as you blow yung dandelion. So right now, write down what your character will wish for and keep it for a later date.
Okay, typing this down. Then,
Writing down. Okie dokie. So after you're done writing down your wish, sorry. Where do you guys want to go?
Cat.
What?
Where do you think we should go? What's your recommendation?
The bubble
Because you know this place so well.
No, I don't.
Kit, I'm going to say, in the 16 years that you've been away,
Mhm.
looking at the map, looking at the oversized map that you have, there are a few things that have changed, but nothing, no changes, not so much changes. There are a few new attractions, but overall everything looks the same.
Bubble Bob Teapot would be nice.
So I'm familiar with every.
Not you don't seem to remember some attractions like the Mystery Mine. You don't remember that from when you were young, but otherwise everything seems to be the same. The big top is still there, the carousel is still there, and everything else still at the same place that you remember.
Okay. Yeah, no, I don't remember this place. He tells Roa.
Well, that's a bummer. Well, okay. You guys want to go anywhere? Any place in particular? How about you, Shane? You want to go anywhere?
that's a huge teapot. He says,
Teapot.
and he starts walking again.
Oh,
Gusto na puntahan ni Kiefer so siya kami nagpunta.
okay. Teapot it is. Okay, so sunod si Rowa.
Ipa. Okay.
I guess Aidan will follow. Asan ba si Jen? Nawala ata siya.
Eh?
Na-disconnect mo siya. Hindi, nag-mute lang siya sandali. Baka...
Baka na-mute lang. Okay. So let's assume na Aidan will follow Shane. So Shane, you go near the teapot. And what you basically see, it's this 20-foot tall teapot that's on a wooden platform. Tapos you see its face, it looks white, ceramic white sa labas. And the images on it, it's basically illustrations of flying dragons that are breathing instead of fire or smoke. They're breathing bubbles. And you see that the dragons and the bubbles are moving on the surface of the teapot. So and you see sa base ng teapot there's this opening. And you see that there is also a goblin na nagbabantay dun sa harap ng opening, which is also a goblin. And when he sees you, and when the goblin sees you approach Shane, he holds out his hand. You also see your goblin is also has fairy wings. So, pero iba yung kulay ng fairy wings niya sa inyo. The color of your fairy wings is purple, all of you, yung ticket holders. And you notice that the color of the fairy wings of this goblin is red. So as you approach the goblin, the goblin holds out its hand and says, "Ticket, please."
Okay.
Okay, we extend
We-
the ticket.
yeah. We just had ticket.
Okay. So he takes the ticket from Shane and he basically punches out 1 star. So you basically yun ba? Hindi ko napansin ko ilan yun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So from 8 stars you have 7 left. And he tells you that 7 stars left. And he basically gets all of your tickets, punches out 1 star, and one at a time, please. And Shane, since you got here first, he ushers you in the teapot.
Into the teapot?
Yes, into the teapot.
How? Like merong door or something?
Yes, there's a door sa base ng teapot,
Oh my god.
and the goblin ushers you in. So what happens is when you inside the teapot, there's actually nothing inside the teapot, pero there's this parang spot on the ground where it says stand here. So what do you do?
Well, yeah, he likes following instructions, so he stands there.
Okay. So the moment you stand there, there's this you see that there is this bubble that surrounds you. And after the bubble surrounds you, you feel yourself being lifted up inside the bubble. And you find yourself, you are now inside the bubble and you are now flying up the teapot and up the you remember na may spout yung teapot sa labas?
Mhm.
You find yourself your bubble, you and your bubble are flying out of the spout. And after a moment, you're sort of assaulted by the bright lights of the carnival, and you find yourself you are now basically flying, you and your bubble. You are now flying around the carnival.
Like how high?
That is a good question. You are now flying. Let me just double check.
Higher than the teapot.
You're flying. You think you're flying around 10 to 15 feet up the surrounding. Oh, Ivan is here.
Hello.
So not
Hi, Evan.
so parang
Narinig
Hi,
ako.
Ivan.
Narinig niyo ako, narinig niyo ako.
Yes, we can
Oh.
hear.
Paano kayo mumute yung sarili ko na hindi niyo ako maririnig?
May
Press
mute button sa baba. Lower
Mute.
left data.
Mute button sa baba. Yung mga plus. alam
Parang
niyo.
mic na icon sa tabi nung parang
Ano magamit mo? Phone ba o ano?
icon.
Phone.
Phone. Paano nga ba yun?
If
Ah,
ever
yung-
kasi maingay yung surroundings ko. Parang nakakahiya.
Tap yung
Okay.
screen.
I get it na. Okay, magmo-mic test ako.
Ayan.
Mic test, mic.
Ayun. Okay,
Right,
nakamute ka na. Nakamute ka na kanina. Yun. Okay. Good,
So-
we have a listener on the line, Lord. Okay.
So kung 10-15 feet, parang just a little bit over 1 story, no? So not really like higher than the entire fair.
No, you're not. You'll notice that the big top easily extends 20 to 25 feet. Hindi ka lumalagpas dun sa big top, which is the biggest. You see that it's the biggest tent in the carnival. Hindi ka lumalagpas dun sa kumbaga yung sa star sa taas. You're just floating around 10 to 15 feet. And you notice that kahit even you think that you'll be bumping against a roof or a tree. You notice that yung bubble, parang just the bubble avoids any obstructions, and you're just floating around really lazily
Wala.
around the
Does he
carnival.
does he have any does he feel like nakakontrol niya yung direction ng bubble? Like a hamster ball or something?
It's very much like a hamster ball.
So
You can,
kapag so he can steer it in some fashion.
you know what? Make me a dexterity check to see if he can. So, who was next after Shane in line?
Roll the
As you're making that dexterity check, Shane. Who was next to Shane in line? Is it you, Aiden?
Most likely, yes.
Okay. So Aiden, you see Shane being enveloped in a bubble and basically float up and out of the teapot.
Minus one.
So the goblin is now looking at you and says, "Next."
We already have Alice ng intelligence. Yep, roll the 17, 18 minus 1.
Okay,
Okay.
I will parang hesitantly move forward.
Okay. So you also stand stand here, please. Okay.
I'll make an awkward. Do I get like a handicap?
The goblin looks at you and stares for a while, and he said, "No." You now see and feel this bubble envelope you, and it also starts to float. And after emerging from the spout of the teapot, you also find yourself floating, 10 to 15 feet up from the carnival, over the carnival. I'm sorry, and you're just lazily floating. You're not as if you're going at a very very slow pace, but it's lazily floating, and you can see Shane in front of you. Shane, with your dex check of 17, it is very much like a hamster ball inside. Now you can't find anything to cling to, and you find yourself parang slipping as parang you're trying to. But I guess you find a way that you discover that by holding yourself a certain way and medyo sort of rocking the bubble around, you find that you can sort of steer it now. So I'll leave you to steer. So you find that medyo na influence mo na kung saan mo gusto mag-float yung bubble. So when you discover that, Roa and Kit, who is next after Aiden?
I'll push Kit to go first.
No.
Kasi no, you have to go. You cannot escape.
No.
Si Roma parang, come on. Let go of the teacher.
I will remember this. Okay. So Kit reluctantly hovers over to and hands over his ticket.
Okay, so as the goblin punches your ticket, he sort of looks at you. He sort of looks at you, and you sort of see the recognition on his face, but he just says, "Huh," and he directs you towards. Please stand here. And as you stand there, go ahead. Sorry.
Kit will just be like finger guns, and then goes over to.
Finger guns. Okay, and as you finger gun and stand on the place where you're supposed to stand, a much smaller bubble envelopes you, and you also fly out of the teapot. Roa, are you following?
Oh yes. I asked the goblin, how long does the bubble last?
Um, 1 minute as he punches your ticket. 1 minute.
Okay. Cool. Okay, and then she walks in and stands in the center of.
Habang naglalakad si Kit at si Rowan dun sa para malagyan ng bubble, I am carefully observing. Tinignan ko kung if it's like but something is casting, it's like a spell or it's something I'm trying to investigate what is the bubble made of.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check.
Sure.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Okay. You definitely with that as your yeah, you definitely feel that this is some sort of spell. You're just not sure what exact spell it is right now. Even sorry, the DM is not exactly sure what spell it is, but you know exactly what spell it is. I will give you the information later. I'm so sorry. But you investigate the bubble. It is a bubble, pero it is a spell enhanced bubble. And from that amazing investigation check, oh my god. You also know that this bubble, yung magic of the bubble will fade. And roughly a minute's time.
Okay.
Do I float up?
Yes, since all of you are now encased in your own bubbles, you now float up.
Okay, can I cast a cantrip message to Kit? Abot naman siya, di ba?
Yeah, abot naman siya. Hindi ganun kabilis yung flying speed ng mga to. And as you guys, I'm going to say that since halos magkasunod lang kayo sumakay sa bubbles nyo, parang kitang-kita pa nyo naman isa't isa.
Okay.
You all see that Shane, salamat Anbat. You all see that Shane is sort of, parang, you can see that he's trying to navigate his bubble and he's actually succeeding.
Okay. Sige. I send a message to Kit. I cast a cantrip message and then I tell him, want to do a bubble race, and then she starts. she tries to navigate her bubble to bump into Kit.
If you're trying, whoever wants to navigate their bubble, well, Shane has already done it. Make me a dex check as well.
Since I am being bullied into doing this.
Oh my god, Rowan. Wow.
Wala bang advantage si Kit?
Someone-
He can already fly.
That is a good point. Pero Kit, as you are trying to, are you trying to fly inside your bubble, Kit?
Kit is trying to, alam mo yung jump, hop, trying to roll the bubble.
Okay. Okay, sige. Okay. Roa, you have no idea how to navigate this bubble. Basically, para kang
Winning the race.
you're basically like a hamster in a hamster ball. Parang ganun. You are running in place. You're trying to chase Kit. Sabi mo you're trying to jump up and down.
Yes.
Okay. Weirdly enough, it's working. That when you're jumping up and down, you see that you're sort of influencing how parang nabababa mo yung pag-fly, napababa mo yung bubble mo ng konti, naaangat mo yung bubble mo ng konti. And maybe if you rock side to side, you can also influence where you're floating. So yeah, where are you, Shane? Aiden, are you also trying to navigate your bubble?
Na pumunta wherever it wants to go. I'm busy looking,
Okay.
tinkering at the bubble. I touch the bubble and like whenever I put I invest a spark of magic into the bubble. Tapos whenever
Okay.
the bubble bumps into another bubble, I utter a message. The bubble utters a message like, "This is so much fun," parang sarcastically.
Ay, wow. Okay. So, as you gently bump into other bubbles, so you find that the person, whoever bumps into your bubble laughs at, is surprised at the message that you infuse in your bubble and laughs. So you just coast gently along. Kit, where are you going? Shane, where are you going?
Kit is
You can move. You can move yung tokens nyo where you want your bubble to float from the bubble spot.
Kit is running, I mean bouncing or floating around Rowat because he's kind
Okay,
of
you're just
laughing at
bouncing
her
up.
for being a loser.
Okay.
Who's winning now? Who's winning the race now? So where do you wanna go, Rowan?
Shane, where do you want to direct your bubble?
He sees yung adjacent, yung Pixie Kingdom. He just tries to guide the bubble.
Unmute
there.
ba kayo?
Pamute.
Hindi ka namin narinig, Chris.
Wala akong
Pwede ka
marinig si
makamute.
Chris.
Sorry, I was pressing the wrong button. So yeah,
Okay.
Shane sees the adjacent Pixie Kingdom, yung nasa kabilang side pa yung entrance. Pero he sees
Nasa kabilang
na,
side yung entrance niya.
abot ba nung, kaya bang makapunta doon ng bubble? I guess it's what
Yeah,
what we try to do.
it's basically, so you're going towards yung Pixie Kingdom?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Kingdom.
You find that you could easily go over yung Pixie Kingdom.
And what does he see? Does he see others like kid?
Basically, yes. Pixie Kingdom. So as you're floating above yung Pixie Kingdom, you see there are parang quote unquote normal sized trees around the Pixie Kingdom. And under them, there's this basically a mini version ng carnival. You see that sa side ng Pixie Kingdom, there's this small Ferris wheel. And you see that there's a hamster running inside the Ferris wheel. That's what makes it move. And you see small stalls, you see small wagons, and you see there's also this dog. There's this pug dog that's running around the small wagons and stalls and you also see from where you are is may nakasakay dun sa pug dog who is running around excitedly around the stalls. So that's what you see.
Nice. So does he see any pixies?
Yes, you see pixies that are you see pixies that are you see pixies that are riding the carousel, no, not the carousel, sorry. You are riding the wheel, walking in and around the stalls and the wagons. But aside from the pixies, you also see basically small humans. Humans that are as small as pixies that are also wandering around yung Pixie Kingdom. So not you don't see just pixies. You also see small pixie-sized humans as well.
Okay, so does Shane know na 1 minute lang yung bubble?
Yeah, 1 minute lang yung bubble, and you find yourself as you're surveying tong Pixie Kingdom, you find that yung bubble is now slowly sauntering towards the ground. And saktong-sakto, the bubble gently pops, and it pops just as you land on the ground in front of this gate. Aidan, find your since you're letting your bubble saunter to where you want it to go, it sort of, you find it lazily going around here, and you find yourself dropping in front of the Calliope. Kit and Roa, since Roa is unable to control where the bubble is, you find yourself, your bubble floating, and it lands you in front of these stalls.
Okay.
Kit, are you following Roa?
No, he left her. He's,
Wow, thanks.
after kissing her, he left her.
Okay.
Um,
Where are you?
yeah.
Where are you going then? Since you can navigate your bubble, where would you want to go?
He's looking for the blink dog, his friend from childhood. Can he look for?
Ah, okay. So, so if you're looking, where do you want to look?
The staff area.
The what? Sorry.
Staff area.
Ah, staff area. Okay. So you are trying to navigate your bubble towards there. But when your bubble sort of reaches the staff area, it's basically surrounded by trees, and you see that it's also, aside from trees, it's also surrounded by a tall hedge. Basically, a tall hedge of basically thorns. So as you're trying to navigate your bubble towards it, you find that you remember that you have at least 1 minute on your bubble, and as you're navigating your bubble towards yung staff area, you know that at least may around 20 seconds ka pa. But you find your bubble, it's already dropping to the ground, and as you reach the edge of the hedge and of the trees surrounding the staff area, your bubble pops. But you don't fall, you just slightly saunter downwards.
Next line. Okay. So he's behind the. I mean, the hedge is covering. You can't see anything beyond.
No, you can't see anything. You sort of, when you were floating, you sort of saw glimpses of the staff area. You noticed that there are several wagons inside, but the hedge is sort of doing its job, hiding the staff area.
Okay. Okay. So after Kit lands, he just decides, okay, maybe next time, because he's too shy. So he flies off and tries to look for his missing friend.
Okay. So, well, it's easy. You just landed like to the side of the big top, and you can easily see naman Roa.
Oh,
And in front
You
of
can see me from 60 feet away.
I can see you're like a lighthouse Yes.
Oh yes, the sparkling lighthouse. Okay, let me go back to Shane. Shane, so you land in front of this arch, this wooden arch with the antlers in front of it, and you can see what leads to the Pixie Kingdom. Aidan, you land in front of the Calliope, which is where the music from the whole carnival is coming from, basically. So let me go first to Shane. What do you want to do, Shane? You are
For the first,
yeah.
he realizes na he's alone.
Yes, yes,
He
exactly.
has floated away from the party, so he's like, from his memory of the layout, he's just trying to make his way back to the entrance ng Bubble Top Teapot, I guess. Marking kung what the Pixie Kingdom looks like, and kind of just looking around, pero he's just gonna walk briskly and try to find his adopted brother and the other two people.
I'm sorry, Chris. Sorry, medyo choppy dating mo sa akin. Can you repeat that? So I
Yeah,
know. Go ahead.
yeah, he's just going to find his way back to the group.
Okay. Okay. So you are. So basically, you're going to walk. So you notice as you're walking, you notice a stall that sells flowers. You go by the Hall of Illusions where um you see this basically so as you walk past you see this you see this man in a black and white costume with this fake red fairy wings, and but aside from you immediately notice the red wings because it's the only color that he has on him, but otherwise he's all in black and white, and like he's just standing there in front of the Hall of Illusions tent as you walk by. So as you're walking, you see Roa. She's still there in front of the stalls. Roa, when you land in front of the stalls, basically you see it's the food stalls in front of you. You landed
Boy.
in front of several food stalls.
Okay. Can I check? Do I see any of my companions? Or hindi ko pa nakita si Kit?
I can say that after several seconds, you see Kit land several feet in front of you.
Okay. I just message him kasi tamad akong lumakad papunta sa kanya. You wanna take a quick break? You want something to eat? Or do you wanna go around some more?
How do I answer that?
Pwede ba sumagot sa message? Hindi ko pala alam kung pwedeng sumagot. Pwede, di ba?
We have forgotten
Yes,
all
pwede.
our
You can reply to his message.
we have forgotten all our
Can reply. The target hears
Reply?
the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
Okay. Are you gonna pay for it?
Sure. You know what? Let's look for our new friends. And
You know you have your diet, right?
uh, cheat day. Okay, so everyone tries to look for the boys and see if she can convince them to eat.
So Aurora, you look around, you can see Aidan, he's around 30 feet from you. He's just in front of the Calliope, and
Okay.
you can that's where and you now notice that that's where the carnival sound is coming from, which we will have next week. I'm sorry. And you also notice that Shane is also walking towards you.
Cool. I will message Aidan and then Hey, you wanna eat? There's good food here. Pero hindi ako nagpakilala. In-assume ko lang na alam niya na ako yun. Here, over here.
I will reply dun kay ano, kay Roa. As have you seen Shane?
Oh yeah, he's coming toward here. I sent another message.
Then, oh, okay, cool. I'll walk towards where Roa is.
Okay. So I just wait for them, and then in my mind I'm mentally listing down what I want to eat na.
Okay.
Kit is suspecting she wants them to pay for her food. That's why she started looking for the guys. That isn't.
Okay. So, Roa, since
Mhm.
you're the one, since you're the one actively looking at the
Yeah.
stalls to see what food you want to eat.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing that you notice is all the food in the stalls are mostly sweets. So you see basically cupcakes, candied apple on a stick, cookies, tarts. You see that there are drinks, but when you ask the carnival hand what they are, it's mostly you. They said that they have like fairy bell nectar and evening berry wine, and when you ask what they are, it's basically they're sweet.
Yeah.
And they tell you that it's a drink and a food item. It
Mm-hmm.
costs one ticket per both if you take both.
Uh,
Fine.
One entire ticket.
No, one ticket
Scam.
punch. Sorry, blah. One ticket punch
okay.
for drink and food stuff. Sorry, what the heck? One
Meal,
ticket
meal na,
punch.
meal na yun, combo meal.
Yes,
na yun.
meal, combo meal.
Pero
Otherwise, I'll
pero
get
pag na, no,
disappointed.
eat me.
Ah, bawal man libre. Ticket punch from another ticket.
Yeah, can we do that?
So one of the stall proprietors says, so the proprietor points at Euroa. So you are going to pay for his drink? He points at Kit.
Oh no, I'm gonna ask someone else to pay for my drink.
You see the proprietor from raise his eyebrow. Okay. Who's
And
paying?
he's here right now. See that flaming hair guy? He said he'll pay for my
I
food.
approach and I push a hand over my ticket and like point over to that candied apple
What?
and like I have one of those and charge whatever the ladies buy
Oh.
Wow.
my ticket.
Okay.
Like, I knew it.
You didn't even have to use a spell.
Okay, okay.
Candied apple as well. And one of your fancy drinks.
Okay. So so basically the drinks that they have is evening berry wine. I will type it.
Here.
And fairy bell nectar. These are the drinks. And the foodstuffs are cupcake and candied apple, and there are cookies, pixie tarts, sap lollipop, and sugar. This is the weird, but sugar glazed button mushrooms.
Okay, I'll have one of those fairy bell nectars and a candied apple. Oh, we're the same order. We're two.
Yeah, Shane assumes
Shane,
na
I'm going to say that you arrive just as
Hmm.
Roa and Kit and Aidan are giving their orders.
okay, so he will give the same order. Parang just to keep the ano.
Blue frosted cupcakes are good.
Na pressure si Kit.
Okay. Never mind. He will have the blue frosted cupcake and evening berry wine.
Okay. So you guys give
What are
your
you getting,
orders.
Kit? Kit, are
Mhm.
you getting anything?
Yung serving ba niyan? Malaki cake. Yun na, problema.
They notice naman your size. So I think they'll adjust naman.
Tan ko na lang siya ng ano.
That's
But
not on the menu.
Unless Kit, you specifically ask for the medium version.
No,
They will not say no to your request. That's it.
Kit knows hindi sulit yon, so he will not order. He will just ask or wait for
For
breadcrumbs.
crumbs.
Makikitikim na lang siya.
Yeah.
Talansya.
Life hacks.
So sanay na si Rowa sa ganung system. So she just like pick it's candied. So inanak niya ng para mag-crack yung candied apple sa ano. Tapos o-offera niya ng na piraso si Kit. Here's your share.
Meron siya maliit na straw for the
Share.
Okay. So you guys, as binibigay yung orders nyo, you guys notice that yung drinks nyo, it's binigay sa inyo in shells, parang in yung spiral shells that holds the drink inside, and yung food stuff nyo, well, except for the candied apple, which is and three-sap lollipop na stick na siya. You notice that yung mga like yung mga cupcake, yung mga cookies or yung mga tarts, it's served on these really big flower petals. So, ayan. Okay, so basically tatlo lang yung umorder, right? Si Kit hindi.
Yeah.
Okay. So Aidan, as per your request, the carnival hand gets your ticket and gets three punches out 3 stars. So you have 4 stars. Not 4, you have 4
2
stars.
stars lang dapat, di ba sabi ni Eden? Hey, only 2 stars, right? I'm paying for me and Roa, not for Shane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Shane pays for himself.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I was distracted. Okay, so Aidan, okay. So Aidan, you now have 5 stars left, and the rest and the Shane, you have 6 stars left. Tama? Yeah, 8 kasi yung stars niya sa tickets. Okay.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
Okay. So you now have your drinks in hand and your snacks in hand. Where would you want to go next?
Shane says, I saw this part of the fair where I think you can become small like Kit if you enter. I'm not sure what will happen if Kit entered there. Will he become even smaller? I'm not sure.
Let's find out. Where is it? Come on. Lead the way.
Come, I'll show you.
Okay, so we follow.
Okay, so you guys follow Shane
Then Shane tries
to
to enter.
the entrance, and yan, as you see from the gate that you are in front of, you see that there is this basically a miniaturized version ng carnival. From where you're standing, you see that there is a Ferris wheel, and yun nga, my hamster. It's running. It turns because there's a hamster inside it that's running, and you see that the rumoronda around the mini carnival. There's this pug dog na may maliit na sakay sa likod niya, and he's parang running excitedly around the mini carnival.
So parang extreme ride yung Ferris wheel kasi tumatakbo yung hamster sa loob.
Mukhang yes. Medyo exceeded kasi medyo excitable yung hamster. Tapos every now and then nag-slow down siya. Tapos parang nagbe-break yung hamster kasi may kinakain siya. Tapos parang nakita niyo na may ibang excited na sumisigaw, yung iba parang pag nag-a-alight na sila nagsusuka sa gilid. Pero yeah. Yun yung mga ano. And so as you guys are standing in front of the Pixie Kingdom, let me just so many attractions, guys. There is this dun sa gate mismo, there is a pixie na bantay, and when he notices you guys, he says, hello, my name is Jeremy Plum. Please enter. Give me your tickets first if you want to enter.
Okay, Shane gives his ticket.
Okay. So
I'll ask if he will punch like a pixie size hole into the store.
Oh yes. So I am so sorry. Thank you. But if you're sure that you're sure that you're entering, yes, you do have to. Wait. And
May mahawak siyang malaking puncher.
okay. Parang he first he parang fumbles in his pocket. Before you enter, you must adapt a pixie name. Sorry. Blah blah blah. When he says that, let me type that out. Before you enter, you must pixie
Okay.
name.
Can my pixie name be Kit Spade?
What?
Kit Spade.
Whoa. Where?
It's Spade. Okay. So that's a very nice name. And as soon as you say your name, the pixie who introduces his name he introduces himself as Jeremy Plum. That's his name. He flies up above you, Shane, and before you know it, he's sprinkling some dust over your head, and you feel yourself shrinking until you're now basically as the same size as Jeremy. So you are now tiny.
Naging high pitch ba yung boses niya?
Up to you. Kung gusto mo maging high pitch, yes.
Kasi yes, naging, oh! Ethan! Whatever!
Kit, ikaw maliit ka na. So, I mean, pero Roa and Aiden, you see Shane shrink in front of you. And yun nga, naging, sure. So Jeremy now addresses you, Shane, as Kit Spade. Kit Spade, welcome to our Pixie Kingdom. And he takes your ticket and he punches it. You can go in now, or do you want to wait for your friends? Kit Blanchett. So now si Jeremy now flies to you, Roa and Aiden, and well, are you wow. Are you guys
Yes.
following your friend?
Yes. My pixie name will be Kitten.
You s- you guys see Jeremy pause and say, "Okay, sure, why not?" And he now starts to sprinkle some dust over you, Roa. And Aidan, how about your name?
Well, is it okay if I take on Kit Moss Jr.?
No, it's not.
So unfortunate that he does not know the reference. What? Kit Moss Jr. Sure, why not? And he's also now sprinkling some dust over your admittedly fiery head. Na parang he sort of hesitate. You see, Aidan, that Jeremy is sort of hesitating to go near your hair. So he's just parang sprinkling the dust from across, from a distance, but it still lands on your head. And Roa and Aidan, you find yourselves also shrinking down to Jeremy's height. So you three are now pixie sized. Kit, the original Kit Moss of the group. Jeremy Jeremy flies towards you and says, "Well, you don't need the pixie dust now, don't ya?" And he sort of looks at you, Kit. You seem familiar, actually. Have you?
No, why not?
No? Are you sure?
No.
Okay, well, give me your ticket then. So, what?
Then what do you really have to punch? Because you don't need to use pixie dust on me.
Yeah, but you're,
Can I get
yes, of course, but you're still entering the attraction, so it still costs a ticket punch.
fine?
That's the rule of the carnival. And so he gets your ticket, one punch. He also gets your ticket, Roa and Aidan, also one punch each. And welcome to the Pixie Kingdom. You can go in now. And
My
yeah.
my pixie name is Kit Urban.
Kit Urban. Napalit siya ng...
Oh, and as you guys parang enter the Pixie Kingdom, you sort of hear Jeremy mumbling. This is so many kits. It's mumble siya. So
Roa just approaches Kit and then like tries to reach for his hair. Like, this is the first time we're the same height.
yes, yes, Roa and Kit, you are now the same, basically
this is-
size.
This is what it
Nagpa-flap
feels
ba
like
yung
in your
wings
world.
namin?
But I have
But you find that everything has also shrunk to your size. So whatever you have on you, yung wings, if you have weapons on you, as in nag-shrink sila lahat.
Okay.
May ano nga dito sa story na your character's weapons deal 2d4 less damage.
Ooh, that hurts.
That
Not
hurts,
that is
right?
a fight in this form. Unless it's with the hamster.
Well,
Mine
yun.
is just like 1d8 minus 2. 1d6 minus 2.
I know. So yun, so you guys are now free to explore the Pixie Kingdom, which is, it's not that big, pero yun nga, the main standouts are the hamster wheel slash what yun? Hamster wheel slash tawag na?
Ferris
It's not
wheel.
carousel, it's wheel. Yun.
Wheel of Death.
Hamster wheel slash Ferris wheel. And yun nga, yun. Go ahead, sorry.
Meron bang merong photo booth in the Pixie Kingdom?
Unfortunately, there is no photo booth.
Meron bang,
pixie
yeah, go ahead.
Ano yan?
Sorry?
pixie artist na nagpe-paint.
Pixie artist na nagpe-paint.
Pa nun.
You can ask because there are, like yung sa big carnival, there are also different stalls that they also sell food, and you see that there are also may face paints and yung mga nagka-paint ng portraits. So, but
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
miniature.
I want
Nag-charge ba sila ng stars ulit pag bumili ka ng food?
Let me double check.
I want a portrait of me and Kit kasi magka-size kami. So,
For posterity.
yes, once in a lifetime.
Shane is going to look
Double
at
check.
at the stalls and caravans kung meron ding smaller Pixie Kingdom na attraction.
Lol.
Palit ng palit.
Palit ng palit. Okay, wait, let me just double check. Oh, okay. You don't need to punch your tickets for yung food. And you don't need to punch your tickets if you want to avail of yung face painting and yung portrait painting.
Nice. Okay, I will just drag Kit towards the portrait painter. Let's go! Let's do this!
And I will order one of each ng mga pagkain dun sa food stalls. And start.
Oh, yeah, siguro. Soup. Kasi
Yeah, so
Free food, guys.
Sulit na.
So yeah,
Honestly, bro,
basically
parang
it's just smaller versions of the food you had before.
We got it for free. I got it for free, so I'm okay.
Lol. Okay, so Kit and Roa, you have your portrait painted by what seems to be another pixie, which and she says, okay, just hold it right there, okay? I don't have magic, so it's gonna take me a while. So,
I
So
try
he
to
asked-
make Kit smile, like.
okay, so Aiden, you're eating. Shane, what are you doing?
Just looking at the stalls kung ano yung pinaka-interesting one. If he's not able to find a stall na may further shrinking na mangyayari.
Okay, so you're exploring the stalls, and unfortunately you don't find a smaller a pixie carnival, unfortunately. Pero as you explore yung Pixie Kingdom, you find out that the hamster on the hamster/Ferris wheel, his name is Biscuit, and he can talk. Another thing is, and as you're exploring, you also hear the chatter, the chismis that's going around the Pixie Kingdom, because maliliit lang. Apparently pixies are very chattery folk, and you hear one of the conversations that you hear is that Candlefoot the Mime and Palacio the Mermaid are in love, but Candlefoot seems to have lost his voice. Is that part of his act? I will type it down. So this is one of the rumors that you hear while you're exploring. And as you're also exploring, in one of the wagons, well, instead of the smaller kingdom that you want to find, instead you see that there seems to be a sort of small palace. No, it's not small. Yeah, a small palace. It's a small palace that's made out of cobwebs and cocoons. It's very, very beautiful, and you find that it's sort of you think at first glance you think that it's decorated with diamonds, but if you look closer, it's more of dew on the cobwebs that's shining, so it looks like diamonds. So that's what you see when you explore the wagons.
Okay, so he just eventually like gets one of everything, no free food.
Okay. So, meron naman, there's this, sa Pixie Kingdom, there's this place where you can eat. There yung mga picnic tables. So basically, we are seeing Aidan and Shane pig out on free food. And Roa, basically sa open air food court ng Pixie Kingdom. And Roa and Kit Moss are having their portraits painted. And for tonight, that is where we are going to leave off. As you guys end your first hour inside the Witchlight Carnival.
Okay.
Thank you so much for playing, guys.
Thank you. It was so fun.
So fun.
Thank you.
And
Looking
I'm
forward
sorry
to
dun,
some next
I'm sorry dun, nagulat ako dun sa bubble, wala akong explanation. Next week, I promise I will.
Congrats.
I promise I will have an explanation next week. Hi Ivan, it's good to hear your voice ulit.
I
Nag-enjoy din
miss
si
you guys
Kiefer.
so much. I miss playing.
Mag-usap tayo soon kung ano yung character mo.
Usap
Yes,
tayo.
boss.
Usap tayo. Ayun guys, thanks for playing. I will see you next week ulit.
Thanks,
Karen.
Karen.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you for your patience with me. See you again next week.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.